Good morning, Queens. Today, Saturday, 26th of October, and the uploading thing is already challenging, and I guess it's a good thing because I'm really busy with other things, but at the same time, it could be an excuse because there's always time to upload a video. It only takes 5 minutes tops. So, anyway, let's get to it. Now, this week, the main goal was to set out to get organised post-holiday, and I've come back into the swing of things, and there was a little bit of jet lag, and like figuring out what I'm going to do at school, and the big one was the budgeting though, and budgeting from now until the start of February, and then from there onwards, my projection of income, and seeing if my journey here is going to be financially stable for myself and my fiance. She's quit her management role at an electronic boutique company. It's just another fancy name for GameStop here in Australia. So she's not making as much money as she used to, and well, come February, neither will I. So whether or not we're chasing our happiness and what we want to do for the rest of our lives, we still want to kind of make sure that we're financially enough. Now, I've looked at my budget, I've looked at my projection and all the things that we purchase, and I'm really into savings mode. Like, I really do not want to buy anything apart from, unless it's an investment into my future, whatever I'm doing, like camera stuff, and that's it. That's pretty much it. Camera stuff, and maybe when it comes time to marketing, I'll be doing that. But yeah, so really hardcore savings mode. I don't have any debt apart from my university stuff, which isn't really all that bad. And there's no real due date on it. There's just 1.7% interest that I get hit with every year. So yeah, just got to get rid of that one. But me driving to my next shoot on this fine Saturday morning, I'm really just trying to make sure that from Monday onwards, I'm fully super organized for the next 2 months, because we've got about 65 days left of the year, 2 whole months with change, and I want to make sure that I want to hit off the last week of October in full swing, so that I'm really pretty much just knowing what I'm doing each day, what I have to accomplish each day, keep myself accountable by sharing things with you guys first and foremost, and yeah, just making a note of it to myself. So today was a big one. I managed to clean up my whiteboard in my office and set up a raw calendar. I got the idea from my companion slash colleague slash future business partner extraordinaire, Cameron Branch, for B32 Media. His snowball is growing, and he's invited me to be part of it. So his whiteboard that he has made has been super inspirational, and I'm just like, I need to do that. And I've done it. I've started writing things on there, and it feels good. You're telling the universe, it's like, right, I'm doing this, I'm writing it down, and this is what's happening, and let's get to it. Let's get on with it. Now, the other thing I learned from doing this as well is you got to write your goals down. And you don't only write your goals down, but you got to put a date on them. Put a due by date on them, and say, like Jim Carrey once did, he wrote a check for himself for $10 million to cash out within, I think it was 5 years. Forgive me if I got the story slightly off, but yeah, he wrote himself a check for $10 million before he was rich and famous, and he put a due date of 5 years on it. And then within 5 years, he did it. He successfully cashed in $10 million. So now my goals aren't as financially massive as that yet, but I've decided to go down the business goals path. So all 4 of my goals, because I've only created 4 so far, have been create a retainer or total retainer of $500 per week. Now, for me, that's pretty much enough, to be honest, to get by, to live by, as well as my other things that I'm doing. For example, wedding photography, personal training, and a little bit of substitute teaching here and there. But hey, you want to grow, you want to get bigger, and the things that I want to do later on require me to have a little bit more funds, i.e. doing filming with Cameron and making a documentary, maybe even overseas and abroad. So you got to be able to afford all that stuff. So my next goal would be like the next level up from a $500 retainer per week to $1,000. Now, it's not just one company paying me $500 a week. It's going to be like total amounts. Now, that could be 2 businesses, 3 businesses, even 5 businesses at $100 each. But you know, the more clients you have, the more work you have to do. So, and that's for me to cross a bridge when I get there. It's like, how do I land a client that is just one client who is paying me $500 a week, and I'm pretty much just exclusively working for them, bringing more attention to them, which is like another goal that's already writing itself in the near future. And that's just natural progression. My other 2 goals are me going full-time at the mid-year next year. So by July 2020, I want to be full-time. I want to be not relying on any other source of income, such as substitute teaching and personal training. I want to just be like, right, photography is definitely my thing. I'm doing well. This is what I'm going to be doing indefinitely. So that's my other goal. And then finally, and this is a stretch goal. This is like beyond. This is not in the near future, but hey, maybe stranger things have happened. I want to land an all expenses paid trip for business, for work, for doing something in, I don't know, United States, or doing something in Europe or in Asia. Maybe a hotel will be like, yeah, we want you to take photos of our rooms, or we want you to make a video, or we want you to stay at our hotel purely because of the way you go about things. You know, that's my 4th goal. So there it is. I've written it down. I have made a video about it, put it on the internet. There you go. So hey, if you're rooting for me, I really appreciate it. And if you think that I'm going to fail, then I really appreciate it as well, because that drives me even harder. So thank you to everybody who is watching and who adds any opinion, whether it's of value or whether it's a bit of criticism. I really do enjoy it because, hey, I learn from it, it drives me, and it's amazing. So anyway, must get to the shoot, almost there. So thanks for listening. Have a good weekend wherever you are in the world. Good, thanks.